Welcome to Pop Kitchen by Parade. I'm Emma from Emma's Goodies, where I make quick, easy, delicious, amazing desserts. I have been challenged today to make not one, not two, but 3 amazing fall-inspired microwave mug cakes in 10 minutes or less. It's a challenge. I'm excited though, because these are going to be amazing, and they're a fun spin on your favorite fall drinks. There's something for everybody today. We're making a pumpkin spice latte mug cake, a hot chocolate mug cake, and an apple spice mug cake. So let's get started. Let's start that clock and let's make these.
The base recipe is pretty straightforward. You're going to mix together melted butter, sugar, milk, flour, and baking powder. Now, because this is a challenge and I only have 10 minutes from one batter, I'm gonna make all 3 mug cakes. However, I am aware that you might not want to make all 3. So on parade.com, you will find the recipe for each individual mug cake as well as this big batch recipe. I'm using an electric mixer, but feel free to use a plain whisk. This batter is so easy to work with. You want to mix the batter just until combined. This should take about 20 seconds. We're aiming for a smooth batter. As soon as you don't see pockets of flour, stop mixing. Scrape the bottom and the sides, and we're going to divide this batter evenly between 3 mugs, or in my case, teacups. To start with, I'm going to make the pumpkin spice latte mug cake and the apple cinnamon mug cake. You want to leave the last mug cake batter in the bowl. Do not transfer it into the mug just yet. To your pumpkin spice latte mug cake, you're of course going to add some pumpkin spice. You can easily make this at home. It's just a mixture of cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. For the apple spice mug cake, we're going to add good old cinnamon. Cinnamon and apples, it's such a delicious classic combo. You'll of course need some pumpkin puree for the pumpkin spice latte mug cake, and I want to talk more about this specific mug cake in just a second. For the apple spice mug cake, I'm using fresh apple cut into little pieces. You can also use applesauce, it's a great shortcut. Now going back to the pumpkin spice latte mug cake, you'll only need a tiny amount of pumpkin puree. And I'm sure you're probably thinking, well, why am I going to open a can of pumpkin puree if I only need such a small amount? What a lot of people don't know is that pumpkin puree freezes beautifully. So what you can do is transfer the pumpkin puree into an ice cube tray. That way, anytime you want to make this recipe or another recipe that doesn't require a whole can of pumpkin, you'll have it available and nothing goes to waste. Remember to scrape the bottom and the sides of the mug with a spatula. That way everything is well combined. Set those to the side for just a second, and to the remaining batter, you're going to add some hot cocoa mix. You can also just add cocoa powder, works perfectly. Now the reason I like to mix this last batter in the bowl instead of the mug is because cocoa powder can be quite annoying to incorporate, so mixing it in a bigger bowl just helps me avoid overmixing the batter. Transfer your hot cocoa mug cake into a mug as well. You can add some chocolate chips if you want. I'm gonna add some chocolate ganache on top because we want this to look like a hot chocolate mug cake. Now, I wasn't sure if to cook all 3 at the same time. The problem with that is that they will come out kind of wonky looking just because the microwave is overcrowded. So I took a chance and I decided to cook 1 at a time. This was a struggle because I wanted to keep this recipe under 10 minutes, but at the same time, I wanted these to look pretty. Each mug cake will take anywhere between a minute to 1 minute and 40 seconds to fully cook. Every microwave is different. Please keep that in mind. Do not overcook these though, okay? At the most, they'll take 1 minute and 40 seconds to cook. Now this is why I absolutely love using teacups for mug cakes. You get this beautiful, pretty, fluffy dome that you just don't get with regular mugs. They'll still be delicious, of course, but again, today I'm aiming for a pretty presentation as well. I was a little bit bummed that we went a little over 10 minutes, but in my defense, as I said, I wanted to make these pretty for you guys. We're going to top the hot chocolate mug cake with some chocolate ganache and some mini marshmallows. I had some leftover ganache from another recipe. If you do want a shortcut though, you can add your favorite chocolate spread. If you're not planning on adding a chocolate topping, remember to add some chocolate chips to your mug cake batter. You really need some kind of a chocolate punch. I'm going to add some fresh whipped cream and some pumpkin spice to my pumpkin spice latte mug cake. That way it looks just like the drink. For the apple one, I'm gonna go with a scoop of ice cream and a drizzle of salted caramel. And this might have been my favorite one. I have a big weakness for anything salted caramel. Honestly though, all three were absolutely amazing. The pumpkin spice one was delicious. It's moist and soft and it really screams fall. I do think there's something for everybody though. Whether you like chocolate, whether you like a more classic fall flavor. I promise you, you will love all three and they're definitely a great treat to make this fall.
I really hope you'll try these yourself because these are amazing. Remember to subscribe to Parade for more videos like this, and remember to head over to my channel for more recipes like this.